Hello, my friends. I'm glad you're here. It'll just be me tonight. I'll tell you all more about that in just a moment. Everybody who's there, if you are here, can you hear me? Can you see me? Everything look okay and sound okay? Let me know. Let me know, sound off if you are here, who you are, so I can say hello to you. Rua just now literally just messaged me, and she just now got off of work. She's running way behind. Usually she gets off about 7 o'clock on the dot, or a few minutes before or after. Hey, how's Libby doing? Glad you're here. Can you hear me okay? Third eye open? Anyway, she literally just got off work, so she's got to drive like 30 minutes or 40 minutes to get here. So I have to wait for her a little bit, but so probably she probably won't be in it tonight. She'll probably be really exhausted. Hey, Nana. She'll probably be really exhausted because she said that she's dealt with some difficulties today, but anyway, she is on her way home. We're having a good day here. Hey, there's Baroness. How's Baroness doing today? Glad you're here. I've got Nana. Toby's here. So Toby, Nana, and Papa have a female giant schnauzer, and we have a male. His name's Toby, and he has been up at their house the last 2 or 3 days. How long has it been? 2 or 3 days? I'm not sure. Anyway, at least the last couple of days, because their giant schnauzer is in heat, I think. Hey, Margie, glad you're here. Anyway, so we've been trying to keep him here at night, especially. Was it the night before last? I think it was the night before last that he woke me up whining at the kids' bedroom door. I guess their bedroom door was closed and he was whining. So I opened the door to outside to let him out, and he disappeared and he was gone. He was gone all night, the rest of the night. So anyway, the next night I made sure that he was here, and he is here tonight. I'll let him out for just a minute before we go to bed. Hey, Joe. Yeah, I'll let him out for just a few minutes before he goes to bed, and then I'll put him in a crate. We had him in a crate. I'm sorry, Baroness. I know that's got to be hard, but I'm glad you're here. Veritas News Network. Sorry about all that, but I'm glad everybody's here, and hopefully we'll show you a good time tonight. I know we're sans your favorite individual. That's Rua. She's my favorite individual too, but she'll be back. We'll probably have her in a video this week. I haven't really filmed any this week at all. Last week I hurt my head. See, it's about healed. There's just a little bit there. I've been putting some Neosporin on it, and I'm trying to take care of it. And I'm not really filmed any all this week. I used old footage, so I'll probably film again tomorrow. I think I might have enough footage for one more video for Tuesday, but I haven't filmed much this week. I was working on other things and doing some other stuff, but anyway, I'm trying to think about what all is new, what's been going on in our on our homestead. Howdy doodle do. Rua's not here. Rua is just got off work, so she just got off work, so she's got to drive like 45 minutes. It may be only 35 minutes now, but yeah. Head wounds do bleed. It didn't really bleed that badly last week. It just surprised me, and it was all dirty. You saw that because it was charcoal that happened. That it was wood that had burned a little while and all that stuff. But anyway, it was burned, and it went out. So I mean, it wasn't hot then, but it really wasn't that bad. It just kind of looked bad in the picture. Hey, Plumber Homestead. Glad you're here. How's everybody else doing? Hey, Daughter of States' Rights. Glad you're here. How's everybody doing and where you are in your area? It's been kind of chilly here recently. I've been trying to watch the high tunnel a little bit. I think in one of my videos you saw that it raised the temperature by like 40 degrees. So it was 70 outside, and with it all shut up and closed. Hey McGee, with it all shut up and closed, it was 112 in there. So that was with the sun shining. And we've got a new thermometer. We got a new thermometer in there that it will report to the phone. Papa bought it. I'm not sure exactly what he bought, but use this Govee Home app. This one right here. Oh, not that. This Govee Home right there. And right now in the high tunnel, it says it's got 70. It's 74.2, and it's 92.1% relative humidity. It is, muggy in there. I haven't worked too much on the bathroom remodel. We got a tub. I got it ordered, and I was going to pick it up this last week. I think it was Friday, but we got a call from the health department that Rua had been exposed to coronavirus, and she was going to be put on quarantine. And no, it was Thursday. It was Thursday that she got called. Anyway, she was going to be put on quarantine, and she had to go get a coronavirus test in order to be released from it. She got the test, and it came back negative. But I was going to go on Thursday to get the oil changed in the truck. I was going to get the oil changed in the truck. I know how to change the oil myself, and I would change it myself, but there's a warranty on it. In order to keep the warranty, I need to have them do it and pick up the tub. But I got that moved till tomorrow. Yeah, I know. And I'm glad that she didn't have it either. Hey, Jack, how are you doing there? Hey, David, glad you're here too. And McGee and Ann, Margie. I think I've said hello to everyone that's here. But anyway, I'm going to go tomorrow and get that. Instead of going to get the oil change, I had to cancel that on Thursday so she could get the test for the coronavirus, and that came back negative. And so she had to take off part of the day Friday, and I think it was Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. Because they had to still work out some things. She had already gotten approved for the time off and short-term disability and everything. But she didn't get to keep that, or didn't want to keep that. She wanted to keep working because they were going to use her PTO time. Yeah, I noticed, Jack, that it was Emma's birthday and you didn't do a video. She turned 2. That's pretty cool. I remember when we moved here, Abraham he's our youngest. He was born in June, and it was November. So he was about 5 months old. And I carried him all over the homestead. Now he's 4. I can't believe it. He's 4 years old. Yeah, it is draining. Birthdays and stuff like that. Of course, we don't really do a whole lot for our kids. Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. There's a man who does some of our... he does like rents part of the property because we can't manage all 120 acres or 150 acres, whatever it is. We can't manage it all. So some of the empty fields, they row crop, which I don't really like it. But as far as people who row crop it, they put chicken litter on it and stuff like that. But anyway, he talks all the time about how whenever he first started renting the farm back there, that he carried me around all over the farm whenever I was a baby. So I guess it was around 1985 or so that he started renting the farm. But anyway, I carried him all over here whenever he first got here, and now I don't carry him much at all. He's gotten a lot heavier. But anyway, I'm going to go tomorrow and pick up. You were asking about the bathroom remodel. I'm going to go pick up the tub that I'm going to put in tomorrow and start working on that again. Yeah, he mentions that nearly every single time So what happened was the person who was farming it, he just stopped and didn't tell my grandmother at the time that he was going to stop. So there wasn't anybody farming it. She was looking for someone to farm it because we get a percentage of it. The way it works that we rent it out, we don't get a certain amount per acre. We get a percentage of what he gets. And anyway, yes, I will. I'll do a video of that vintage vibes. Yeah, time does fly. But he came over here, and my grandmother, I guess, was babysitting me. Her name was Maybelle, and she owned this. She inherited it from her daddy. And the residential neighborhood that's just north of us that I mention all the time, my great uncle Aubrey, he inherited it and he sold it and it got subdivided. But that used to be my family as well. And the property that we bought that's just east of us, my great uncle or great great uncle Homer owned that. But anyway, so she inherited it from her daddy. And my dad inherited it from her, and then I'm getting it from him. And then we bought this to get it back in the family again. We bought it together. So, that I have invested in as far as buying it. This over here, I was just very fortunate. It's family land. So, but I've worked in order to build it up. We paid for, Nana and Papa paid for half, and Rua and I paid for half of the well. And we paid for the septic tank and the electric service and all that stuff. But we've invested in this property, but, it really is kind of a slow process. But Rua was just thinking today, she sent me an article. I wish she was here to tell you about it. I didn't read it because she sends me articles like that all the time. And it was, I'm trying to come up with the title of it, if you'll stand by for a second. The title of the article was, brain-eating microbe, U.S. city warned over water supply. Yeah, it is. I'm very fortunate. And since my great-grandfather and his brother my great-grandfather owned this, and his brother owned that we just bought back. Since I assume that my great-great-grandfather owned this before, this and that over there, since brothers own property right next to each other. And it's been, it's been in my family, I know, for over 100 years. And before that, I don't know. I know my family has been in this area, the Walker side or the Washburn side of the family has been in this area since before the Civil War. It's super tough to crack open the wallet to invest in property sometimes, but long term, it's almost always for the best. Yes, that's exactly what we thought, to buy this property over here. How often do you get to buy the farm next to you? We don't need this much property. I'll be honest with you. Actually, in some ways, having this much, we spread out and we don't use the land quite as well as we could. So in some ways, it's a hindrance, but we're going to have that. So we have 4 kids. And, hopefully we'll have some to give to all of them. I noticed, Jack, Mindful Homestead, that you commented on somebody saying the best thing you do was have 1 kid and stuff like that. And I appreciated actually, the dialogue between you and that you decided to have just 1 and so on. I think that you got to respect other people. So I totally respect people who want to just have 1 kid, and respect people who want to have more. You do it. You have your own reasons. Everybody has that. I think McGee Homestead, he did a video. Get ruined new thermometer. I just saw he had a video about don't let anybody tell you how many kids to have. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree. Jack, if you want to have 1. Great. If you want to have none, I know people, my friend Chad over here, he's not married and he don't want to get married. He don't want to have any kids. And that's great, and he is able to, be a part of our family and kind of have kids in some ways with our kids, have family. And my family and my kids are going to definitely, take care of him when he's old and crotchety and all that stuff. He's kind of crotchety now sometimes, but they're going to take care of him. And he gets to take care of us and be a part of that. And, I think there's lots of people who, want to make their individual choices, and you just got to respect that. I don't always talk about politics very much. I'm very libertarian, I'm not, I feel like I'm very liberal in some sense, let people do whatever they want, as long as it doesn't hurt someone else, but I'm also very conservative on some things. And, I've got my own opinions and my own views about things, but I want people, poor Chad, I want people to, to be able to do what they want, So we need to resurface the gravel driveway, and it's long. Oh yeah, we got to do a lot of work on our gravel driveway too. The husband thing, our wives send us things to read, and we don't read till the last minute. Yeah, I want her to tell me what it says. So whenever she gets home, if she feels like it tonight, it's going to be late. I might end the live stream a little early tonight because she's probably tired and stressed because some things she had to deal with, and I'll let her tell you if she wants to next time. But anyway, I'll let her tell me. I'm like, tell me what you found fascinating about that. But what she said about that was, I said after she sent it to me, I said, you think this is in our well water? And she said, no, I'm thankful to have well water. That was why I shared it. Definitely don't want to move from our homestead. I want to keep building it up. I just get frustrated sometimes because it takes so much thought work for me to be good here and so on. So, I'm a very slow worker as far as improving the house and all that stuff. And I want to do it myself. I don't want to hire somebody to do it. I want to do it myself so I can learn how to do these things, But I want her to tell me about it. So that's a husband thing, I guess, David, right? I'm not going to chastise anyone for having more. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Mindful homestead, that will be costly. I was thinking about hiring somebody to work on our driveway some. We have a gravel pit in our driveway, but on our property, but our backhoe is not functional right now. So, we get the backhoe on the tractor, but it doesn't have enough, Papa says, butt in its britches to do what we really need to do back there to get it out. We've got a Case 580B, Papa does, but it needs to have some work done on it. And he's got an old dump truck as well, but it's like from the 1950s. He says it ran when he did it. He parked it there, just needed a little bit of work. Probably needs a lot more work now. But anyway, I was thinking about hiring somebody to do just this front part, and, because it is bumpy, man. Let's see, 45 feet and $650. Woo. Chad is crotchety, and yes, hoping to offset it by doing a lot of spreading ourselves with a tractor. Oh yeah, it is. My wife comes from a big family. I have 3 siblings. She has 7. We just have 1 daughter. It would have been great to have more. Hey Deb, I didn't see you here. Rua was an only child, and I had siblings, and we decided to have several. But I can see why people choose to have just one. For us, in some ways, it was easier when you have more. The first one was hard. This has been what we were told. It's been our experience too. The first one was really hard because, you've got to, take care and entertain and so on. The second one was kind of hard. The third one, you run out of arms, but then, if you have 3, you might as well have a dozen. In some ways it's easier. They kind of, take care of each other. I have an older brother and an older sister. I'm the baby. Nana will tell you if you see her, she'll say, "This is my baby." But I'm the youngest. Never knew said 6-year-old Texas boy and 13-year-old Florida teen died from brain-eating amoeba. Yeah, she sent that to me. I didn't read it, but we like our well water too. We wanted, before we moved here, Rua said, hook us up to city water. But the reason she did that was because she didn't think that we could get the well dug in time. But Papa said we probably got the well faster than we would have got the city water here. But it saved us money, really, because the way that we use water, it would have cost us a bundle. Lakes here in Florida have a brain-eating amoeba. I've heard that about ponds sometimes, too. Let's see. It's why I love swimming in the ocean. Rue wants to go to the beach and swim in the ocean again. I haven't been in a while. We went to the Pacific Ocean, but the Pacific Ocean is way different than the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is nice and warm, but the Pacific Ocean is cold unless you go way down south. We lived over in San Francisco Bay Area, Half Moon Bay. What was the other? Around Carmel. We went to Monterey. We went to Monterey several times. We enjoyed going there, but the water is really cold. It's really cold. It's not cheap providing for kids these days. I think it can be, kind of cheap. It's not as expensive as they say in a lot of ways, but because for us, our health insurance, if there's one person on the health insurance, it costs this much, but if it's two or more, husband and wife and a whole family, it costs the same. So it costs us the same amount for health insurance that it would cost just me and Rua. And we shop for clothes at the consignment stores, at the thrift stores. So that saves us a lot of money, and we don't leave the farm a lot, but I don't think it's all that bad. It depends on how much you get for them. Hey, Strong Enough to Ben, glad you're here. I saw that you were looking for some meat, some beef, I guess. I'm the baby too, with two older brothers. Yeah, my sister and my brother, so there was two boys and a girl from me and my siblings, and we've got our kids, three boys, Benjamin, Solomon, and Abraham, and Maya's the second born. Benjamin, Maya, our only girl. But I didn't want a girl in some ways. After we had Benjamin, I was like, a girl? I don't know what to do with a girl, but she is so sweet. I'm so glad to have her. She's such a sweet girl, but she is a firecracker too. Older brother and younger sister. She could haul off and whack her brothers. I don't know if any of you girls had that with brothers, and is that the way it was with you? She just wails on them sometimes. Man, I feel bad for them. She beats on them sometimes. Lived in Mountain View when you were in high school. Used to go to Santa Cruz. We went to Santa Cruz 2 or 3 times while we were there. Did you ever go to that place, David? That mystery spot over near Santa Cruz? That was kind of fun. But what we did, we went on a day trip to Santa Cruz, and we went to the boardwalk, and we went and sat on the beach over there. That was when Rue was pregnant. I think it was when Rue was pregnant with our firstborn. And then we were going with some friends, and this friend of ours, he's one of those people who wants to squeeze as much out of every single day as you can. If it would have been me, I would have said, okay, it's been a good day. Let's go home. We went to Fruta de Casa over there. I think it's Fruta de Casa. Anyway, and then we went to the mystery spot, and it was too much. We were wiped out. And I had to preach the next day. It was a Saturday night, and we got home at like 12 or 1, and I had to finish everything for my sermon because I'm a procrastinator. I do a lot of study at the very beginning of the week whenever I was full-time especially. I did a lot of study at the beginning of the week and through the week, and then I wouldn't get everything down on paper until Saturday night most of the time, sometimes really early on Sunday morning, but that was really hard. I remember that very much. Let's see. Texas says 8 cities found. So you beat on your brothers? And I was the middle child with 2 brothers. I was spoiled rotten. So did you beat on your brothers, Deb? My second born, who has an older brother and 2 younger brothers, just wails on them. Man, tried to get me in trouble and bugged me until I broke his nose. Drove over curvy road mountains, then along the boardwalk, and tried a little surfing at the other end. So you had a good time. No, you didn't beat on him. Maya, she is a firecracker. She beats on him. Oh, man. She is a pill sometimes. But I love her a lot. She's a great girl. But, yeah, I'm going to do some footage of us getting the tub in there. I do have water connected in the bathroom now to the sink. So the last video I showed you was just me putting that in there, but I got it underneath the house, and I got the gray water connected, so I had to dig underneath the underpinning. It's some block underpinning. I had to dig underneath that and put the pipe underneath that and cover it back up a little bit and get the hole drilled in the floor. So I did that, and now we've got water in there. So Rue was pretty pleased about that. I am too. We were brushing our teeth in the sink behind me, and Rue uses a water flosser, and I don't use the water flosser much. But anyway, she was having to do everything in this sink back here, but now we can go back in the bedroom, or the bathroom, master bathroom, so that's good. My brother scared me. Yeah, show that. Yeah. She is. She's not the youngest. She is the second, but she's a pistol. I think I think it's just a girl with, 3 brothers on the farm. Rua can't wait to, get the bathroom finished either. Somebody said something else. My brother scared me once. I kicked him and broke his thumb. My brother, he kind of bullied me. It was a mess. My sister is about my height, so she's taller for a girl. And my brother, I'm 5'11". My brother is about 6'5". So I'm definitely the runt of my family. And Papa, I don't know if you've seen us in videos before. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen us in the videos before, but he might have shrunk a little bit. I don't know, but he was about 6'4". So I'm definitely the runt of my family. But I've got a feeling my boys are going to be taller than me, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. I want to tell you about the videos, see what you thought about those. The first one was the quick link connectors. I like those a lot. I hadn't got a lot of views this week on YouTube, but my video about burning the dozer pile, it's got about 20,000 views on Facebook. So I don't promote my videos on YouTube. I don't promote them on Facebook for a couple of different reasons. If you are a video creator, then you might find this helpful. I don't know, but I don't promote them on Facebook because if you promote a new video on Facebook, then it can mess up some of your impressions, is what it's called. It can that won't show it to quite as many people, because people will click on it and watch just a second and that's it. But on Facebook works better with Facebook, so I upload to Facebook and then I share it in a bunch of groups there. And that 20,000 views, actually I think it's like 22,000. Those are just 3-second views. It's only got closer to about 1,000, 1 minute views. But there's been a lot of people who fuss at me. Yeah, algorithms, definitely. There's been a lot of people who fuss at me about us burning that dozer pile, that we should have done other things with it. But I thought about having them, cover it with soil. Maybe if they would have dug a hole first, I guess, for it, but they didn't. They didn't dig a hole for it, and they would have had to move it and do all this stuff with it. But anyway, I would have liked it and have a hugel mound, but apparently there's a little bit more to it than just covering, trees with soil to make a hugel mound. But and then other people said I should do some charcoal, some biochar. That if you put that in the soil, that will really help your soil a lot. But you've got to be very on purpose to do that if you do biochar. It's not just burning it and, yada, yada, yada. You've got to burn it and get it really hot and then put some water and stop the burning process. And then you bury that kind of thing. But there's been a lot of comments about that. Not a whole lot about buying the quick connectors. But what do you think about all those Jerusalem artichokes? Did you see that in that video, the quick connects and the Jerusalem artichokes? It was, I've got a lot of them, growing now. Daniel, Guy Fawkes, huh? I've got a lot of those Jerusalem artichokes. I've been waiting for them to flower like that, and finally they did. So I was looking, Vintage Vibes. You had to tell me. You had to tell me a little bit more about that Guy Fawkes. Is that the guy from what was that movie? V is for Vendetta. I typed Guy Fawkes in, and it showed the mask. Yeah, the Guy Fawkes mask. It was the V for Vendetta guy. Who is this Guy Fawkes thing? I don't know. I really don't know much about that. I was thinking Guy Fieri when you were talking about that. The Great Gunpowder Plot. I don't know. I don't know much about that. I'll have to look about that. Did you? You dug them up? I'm going to dig a bunch of them up this. I'm going to dig a bunch of them up this winter, and I'm going to move a bunch of them because I need to go up here in my property line hedgerow food forest and move a lot of them out of the way. I'm going to mulch around a lot of those trees that I planted. What did you say, Daughter States Rights? I have the same steel chainsaw you have, but I've never used it. Oh, Rural King never has those steel chainsaws on sale. I wish I would have known. If they have that sale again, let me know. Papa and Nana said they never put those steel chainsaws on sale, but I got mine at that Rural King too there in Paducah, and I've got some extra. Hey, Espresso God, I'll answer your question in a second if I can. I got the extra oil at Rural King, and they gave me an extra year of warranty. And there was some problem that I had with it in the first year or two, and I took it there and I told them it was under warranty, and they just worked on it and fixed it. They didn't even ask me any questions, ask for any confirmation, that was the first time that I started it, and in about 8 to 10 months, it's been a while. That's the first time that I'd started it, and it just started right up. Let's see. You dug them all up. I don't know. I didn't know much about them, but I read that that's one of the things that you need to grow on a survival homestead. So I've got them, and I'm going to grow a bunch more of them. I haven't even eaten them before too much because I didn't have very many this last year. I've probably got a lot now. I just planted them at the beginning of 2019. So I didn't. Was it the beginning of 2019? Anyway, I just planted them this last year, and I didn't want to waste. I didn't want to use them up or anything like that. So I didn't eat any of them then. Plus, I was following the low-carb diet, but I made a new rule with the low-carb diet and keto and stuff that I will eat low-carb and keto except for things that I've grown here. If I grow them on my property, whether it's potatoes, Jerusalem artichokes, the fruit from my fruit trees, then I will. I can eat anything. Espresso. Chuck will be great for your compost. Oh, char? You mean biochar? Charcoal. Okay, yeah, good. What's a good way to store tea lights and candles? The cooler, better for wax, freezer, refrigerator, and a tin or a mason jar. Can you not store? I'm not stored a whole lot of them, to be honest with you. I guess you want to make sure they don't get too warm, but I don't know. Yes, I have heard that about Margie. I have heard that about candles before. If you freeze them, that they'll burn longer. I have heard that, but I wouldn't think that you'd need to store them any special way. But I don't know. Most tools will have a made date as part of their mode number. Okay, so maybe they did look at that. I don't know, as far as the chainsaw. But I'm really impressed with the chainsaw. The only problem I've had with the chainsaw is whenever I went and got it, I'd never really used a chainsaw too much, so I asked them for help. They gave me a file to keep it sharp. They just gave it to me because I was asking questions, but I think they gave me the wrong size. So sharpening it was really hard at first because I had the wrong size file. I didn't pay attention. And then I sharpened it wrong. I wore it wrong, and so on and so forth. In fact, when I sharpened it, I hurt that was last Sunday. You see that little boo-boo? It's healed a little bit better. Anyway, I sharpened it after that footage that I did after I got off of that before I hurt my head. That was the footage from last Sunday about the chainsaw. I sharpened it afterward, and it sharpened okay. It did an all right job. Let's see. I haven't seen the chainsaw video yet. I don't think I will watch it after this. It wasn't too bad as far as the wound, but the chainsaw, there was a lot going on in the chainsaw video because I was talking about the chainsaw some, but I was also talking about the silvo pasture and some of the trees that we have in there. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, I know. I don't know if you remember from watching it, but there was a whole lot of mooing and lowing in that picture, that video, because the cows were following me around like crazy. Yeah, it wasn't my day, but I didn't hurt myself in that video. That was after the video. Do you think that you need to put them in a vacuum bag, Margie, to save them? Would moisture hurt candles? I don't know. I've not stored a whole lot of candles before. I need to do some research. They were obnoxious. Those cows were, weren't they? I would have swore up and down that Alanis Morissette had saying, if it makes you happy. But anyway, I had some Ronnie Millsap on my mind before I started the video. Okay, maybe that's it. Okay, the moisture is detrimental to the wicks. But if it's a new candle, it's got wax around the wick, probably. And that would keep it out. Because the wax would keep the moisture out, wouldn't it? I don't know. I was thinking about She Keeps the Home Fires Burning. Y'all know that song by Ronnie Millsap? She keeps the home fires burning while I'm out earning a living in the world. Yeah. My brother, whenever he was young, he would he would go around singing "There's a Stranger in My House" by Ronnie Millsap. There's somebody here that I can't see. What's that other one? I really like that song by Ronnie Millsap. What is it? Oh boy, there's one about I can't think of it. I'm gonna look real quick. Rua just pulled up. I'm gonna have to get off of here in a second. Millsap Greatest Hits CD. Let's see. Pure Love. That's it. Pure Love. I like it. Pure love. You're the picture of pure love. Something and Captain Crunch and You in the Morning. All right. Rua's home. No, my brother sang Friends in Low. No, I sang Friends in Low Places. My brother sang about The Stranger in My House. Anyway, Rua's home. She's had a hard day. I will talk to you all next week. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. I will say hello to her. But I think that she was exposed to some stuff today. She's okay. That she has to strip down her clothes as soon as she gets off in the house. So that's not appropriate for the live stream. Good night, guys. Love y'all.